Tell us a little bit about the house.
So it's on 4 levels. The top level is all master suite. It's really a beautiful house. Spectacular north-facing views. So the master bedroom has got its own huge, great big walk-in robe and a kitchen. There's a whole living floor with a marvellous media room. I'm so jealous of the media room. That's exactly what I would have wanted in a house. Walk into the theatre, it's fantastic. All you need is a popcorn machine. Lots of living space, and then downstairs there's a whole other level with extra living space, an additional full kitchen, additional bedrooms, and a pool at the infinity edge. It's a really gorgeous house.
And we haven't even mentioned the lift that's in the property yet. Tell me about the lift.
So the lift is one of these things that you think you never want in a house until you've got one. And then let me tell you, for bringing your groceries home or moving around an older person or younger kids in pushchairs when they've fallen asleep in the car and you don't really want to disturb them, it's great. It's glass fronted, so as you go up and down for the various levels, you get to look out. It's it's one of those put on your bucket list, just to have a lift in your house. We did some twilight shots here, because then you get to see the outside of the view during the twilight. With this one as well, we used drone footage. We had a video going through the property, which was great because you could get a sense of the movement in the house and how big the house was. We've got a really great relationship with the local editors. So we spoke to the editors in the local newspapers, asked them to promote the property. Because it was one of the nicest properties on the coast, it was very easy for us to get any of the local editors and also the Sydney editors. So it was in the Sydney newspapers, which was then picked up as a hyperlink, so then it also goes onto the internet. So the editorial worked really well for us. We've also got guaranteed top spot. That's something that we in the company have got that we can offer to people. So on domain.com, our properties have the guaranteed top spot, which is, can't get better than that, can't get better than top spot. The negotiation, as many of these things do, started fairly far apart. It was just a matter of the buyer being willing to meet the vendor's expectations for a property of this calibre. This really was outside the box, this one, but it was a matter, I mean, at the end of the day, the buyer has got to feel like they've got a good price and the vendor's got to feel like they've got a good result. And really, we as real estate agents, we're just the marriage broker. We're just the person putting that together. So at the end of the day, the vendor and the buyer are just moved together until both of them are happy with the result. That's really what we do. I genuinely try to look at this as if I'm on everyone's side. So I try to look at it from the vendor's perspective, I try to look at it from the buyer's perspective, because I know what it feels like to be in either one of those shoes. Everyone's got to agree to come together to make the marriage work. You know, when I'm talking to a buyer, when I'm talking to a vendor, the whole concept is really bringing everyone together. So when I'm asking questions, what I'm trying to find out is, how can I best get what you want? If you want to buy this house, how can I help you best buy this house? Bearing in mind, the vendor is the one that makes the decision about whether or not they'll accept that price or not. My job is to bring the buyer as close as I can to the vendor's ideal price. Given today's market and where we are, everyone was really, really happy with the result. So yeah, record price for 2015. So
how much can you tell us?
I can. It was $3,100,000, which is, you know, it's a lot of pennies.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you very much. Starfish story. It's actually an old Buddhist proverb. There's a little boy standing at the side of the shore, and the shoreline, as far as the eye can see, is covered in thousands of starfish, and they're all dying. They're all beached up on the sand. And someone comes along and says to the little boy, "What are you doing?" And the little boy's picking up a starfish and flinging it into the ocean as hard as he can. And he says, "I'm saving these starfish." And the person said that there's thousands or hundreds of thousands of them. You can't possibly make a difference. He says, "But I can make a difference to this one, and I make a difference to this one." And that's my approach to real estate. There are thousands of transactions that I can't possibly do anything for, but my personal approach to real estate is I want to make the difference to this one. That's the one I want to make the difference to.